Do 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 do. Oh, welcome. Oh, welcome. Oh, welcome to the channel. Oh, welcome to the channel. And by the way, there's a new Dungeons and Dragons book by Jim Zub. It's been on Amazon for some time. However, it's basically been a skeleton post, a placeholder post with a title, Dragons and Treasure. This is generally intended for younger people who are interested in Dungeons and Dragons. And this is going to be, by the way, a special side non-scheduled video. Sometimes I will do these. It'll be just bam, out of nowhere. It's from the Young Adventurers series. And as you can see, that is a beautiful, beautiful piece of artwork. Obviously, it's a crystal dragon. I'm seeing that they are moving towards incorporating more older components. It's going to be released October 5th, 2022. And as you can see, the book, I already got that book. I got a whole list of things to do, but I happen to have them as I happen to have the books in the series. And at some point, I will do a page through, an overview, and a review of said books. But that is not the thing right now. No creature is more fascinating and terrifying to an adventurer than a dragon or an internet troll. This illustrated guide takes you a deeper look at the abilities, personalities, treasure collection, and every major dragon type in Dungeons and Dragons. Dragons and Treasure transports new players to magical world of Dungeons and Dragons and presents a one-of-a-kind course on unique characters, fabled treasures, and wondrous artifacts of the most legendary creatures, dragons. The book profiles all major dragon classes. Dragon classes? There's classes with dragons? I thought they were just progressions in stages of development. And features easy to follow and entertaining explanations of how to identify and interact with these legendary beasts during your adventures, young fellows and gals and whatevers, because there's an ever-expanding subcategories, and it's almost as if people are just simply absorbing information and then incorporating it into their understanding of the world, which has been already pre-positioned by other individuals' interactions and their own life experiences, which and other neurological non-neurotypical traits. I do suffer from those, and I have done years of studying into that stuff, so I know what I'm talking about. Yes. I also studied philosophy, if you paid attention in all that ramble. A legendary beast, advice, encouragement, and storytelling tips. Did I jump off on? Yeah. Easy to follow entertainment explanation to identify, interact with these legendary beasts during your adventures. Advanced advice, encouragement, and storytelling tips. Provided strategies for dealing with dragon encounters. Hordes of treasure, draconic artifacts. Oh, we all love draconic artifacts. I get really excited, and all my my speaking ability starts to neurological. I'm neuro-non-typical, as I said before. So things sometimes glitch out. Along the action-packed illustrations, they are definitely action-packed. I will show you some when I get to showing off the books. That will ignite your imagination. Dragons and Treasures is the perfect way for young fans to learn how to incorporate dragons into their stories, well as blah, 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 blah. I'm getting too excited, and now my brain is starting to short circuit, and I'm losing the ability to talk properly. Oh, I moved that novel. I was also going to talk about a novel, and I was going to pull it out quickly, and I moved it. Where did I move it to? I don't. It doesn't matter. is the perfect way for young fans to learn how to incorporate dragons into their stories, whether as foes, allies, or something in between, or external. I added the external because sometimes it doesn't revolve around the players. Awesome moments that higher levels of verisimilitude occur when you stick stuff in that is not directly pointed at the players. It's just bits and pieces in the world. Something I learned studying from Gary Gygax. Okay? Dungeons and Dragons. About the author, I'm not going to talk about the author. He does comic books. He does all kinds of stuff. And then it's basically kind of like I tap the author part, and then it just... It's published by 10 Speed Press. It'll be out October 4th, 2022. It's 122 pages. It's actually a fairly small book, so it's not going to be super massive. It's ideally for ages of 8 to 12. But if you're someone like me who is neuro-non-typical, well, you can enjoy it too. Or if you're just an adult that's a child at heart, which is common these days because human beings are failing to develop beyond... I'm sorry. This TTRPGs are supposed to be fun, but then there is like issues with people failing to develop into adults because the adults in their lives spend too much time working in the workforce to accumulate wealth and houses and lots of stuff so their kids could enjoy it, and then the kids have failed to have opportunities to accurately replicate or learn proper adult behaviors because the adults in their lives and in their community are too busy running off doing other shit. So that is the one swear word in the video. I will swear in my videos. I literally do not. And that's the book I was actually talking about. It's actually a rather nice book. It actually has some really nice artwork. I'm not going to show tons of text when I do these videos. I got all these books. I don't have the figures because I don't follow Critical Role. I predate them as a fan. So when I see them, I'm immune to the attraction. Other than the occasional good joke, Oaks that pops up, and some solid advice by Matt Mercer. He's actually a pretty darn good person as far as advice is concerned, but people fail to follow his advice to the letter, or at least fail to follow his advice or the intent of his advice. Seriously. So many Critical Role fans violate the advice he gives in those GM tip videos on Geek and Sundry. I'm not joking. It's terrifyingly sad. So if you happen to enjoy this stuff, I will make a habit of making more videos like these. They will not be like the premiere videos where I throw them up and they come up like regular schedule. They're just going to magically appear out of nowhere like a fairy in a little flower or area. I really love fairies. I also like really playing fairy characters. It actually comes from the 3.5 era. 5th edition fairies are really watered down, and it's... But yet again, 5th edition is watered down. It is a good system. You just have to do a whole bunch of work to really expand it out and get the full range of possibility. It's really a homebrewer system. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. If you hate this video, leave a dislike. If you want to, leave comments below telling me how much I'm a poopy head. Because, people think I'm an evil person or I am an angel, which some people think I'm the messenger of a higher power, and it's weird that I got so many different groups, and then there's just the people in the middle. I was literally called Jesus once. I don't know why I was called Jesus once. I think the person who he basically said that I was at work with him, and he said he didn't like a song that came on the radio. It was a classic 70s song. And I said, it is music. It's best to, even if you don't like it, to still appreciate the fact that it is a form of expression. It's art. And as long as it does no inherent harm to you, it should be just allowed to exist. As if it doesn't harm you, it doesn't harm people around you, it should just exist, and that's that. And then he looked at me, stared at me, and asked me something, and I told him it's not good to hate on stuff, whether it is imperfect, where there's little flaws. Everything has flaws. Wizards of the Coast has grammatical errors in their books. Paizo has errors in their books. There's errors in Yu-Gi-Oh cards. There's errors in Magic the Gathering cards. There's errors in press releases and stuff. If I get out an English dictionary and go through this entire article, I could probably pick out a few grammatical errors from it. Everything has errors. Errors are intrinsically natural to the experience of humans. Humans understand things in an imperfect manner. And it's not fair to hate on stuff because there's a few errors in it. There's massive companies like WotC who produce books, as well as Paizo, which also have produced books, that literally forget to include bits and pieces in their books. I have both an early print 2nd edition player's core rule book for Pathfinder 2nd edition, and a later print where they basically had to remove an entire section because it was a complete deadhead component to a character class, and then they had to add a small set of section to a character, an ancestry, because they forgot to include it in the original printing, but they implied that it was in fact supposed to be a feature in another part of the book and in the flavor text. It's dwarves and their ancestral daggers, their clan daggers, and in the case of the extra bit of garbage information was information in the alchemist class that was defining an actual default trait that applies to all classes that is not exclusive to artificer, but treated it as if it was an exclusive feature to the not artificer, alchemist class. The alchemist class and the inventor class, in Pathfinder 2nd edition, is a vastly superior class arrangement of classes to the artificer class in D&D 5e. But anyways, because the alchemist class is actually good compared to the alchemist subclass for the artificer. But back onto the off the ramble. As I said before, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.